Welcome everybody to Command Combat Computer Reports. Today we have the Arverni versus the Suebi, and if I am mispronouncing anything, please tell me in the rudest possible way you possibly can in the comments. And I will ignore them in the rudest way I can. Alright, so the Arverni are bringing forward a little bit bigger force, but they actually have more veterancy, but it's probably the Suebi units are just in general stronger. We'll see how it plays out here. It's sort of a deserty terrain, I think. Both sides are sort of standard layout. You have some skirmishers and some infantry, along with some cavalry that are back them up. All right. So the setup of the Arverni, they have skirmishers in the front, backed up by some slingers, and the naked warriors. All right, and then on the flanks you got the levy freemen, and then you've got the heavy horse all on the side there. The Oathsworn is the heavy infantry in the back, and the noble horse behind with the savage dogs waiting. All right, let's look at the heroic shot of the naked warriors, shall we? Yes, that's your naked warriors in a high graphic mode. I know you've all been waiting for that. I like how they're naked, but they're wearing helmets. Well, they're not actually naked, even they're wearing loincloths, but they're supposedly naked wearing helmets, though. All right, on the Suebi side, we're already rushing after the skirmishers. The Arverni have put their skirmishers up a little bit too far and are getting attacked by some noble riders. Some noble riders on this side as well. And behind them, you got the sword masters who are making a run for it, and the longbow hunters behind them. So essentially, they are pushing forward with their cavalry to knock out as much of this line. The Arverni are just not going to be able to do anything with their slingers or their skirmishers, and they are just being knocked out. They're not even going to be able to run from that cavalry. The Suebi have gone there. So now the naked warriors are going to get into it right with the cavalry. We don't care about no stinking horse. Alright, so that's what's happening on your front lines. The skirmish line of the Arverni is just gone. But the infantry right behind them have managed to get up there and are hitting the Suebi cavalry. So it may be that the Suebi have traded their cavalry for, essentially for Arverni pawns. Although it may prove that the skirmish line was not pawns by the time this is over. Now, behind them it seems like, alright, so an initial attack is done. Now both sides are going to line up. However, the Arverni have put some light horse into the rear of the Suebi and are going in for the attack. That was a fast run around the side there. We'll see how well that works. The Suebi, meanwhile, are not going to engage the cavalry with cavalry. They're going to send their own attack, doing essentially the same thing. And the Arverni are going to send the levy freemen after them. So here's what's going on. We have that front line attack happening over here. We have the Suebi cavalry against the Arverni flanking infantry to hold them off. The Arverni cavalry attack in the rear seems to have failed, and they are pulling away. But it has distracted the Suebi and disrupted their lines. But the Arverni are not doing anything about it at the moment because they seem to be distracted by this assault that happened in their front. Meanwhile, this is these are longbow men, right? Yep, longbow hunters are pretty good shots. So it seems as though what's really happening here is the Suebi have been willing to sacrifice their cavalry to get themselves in a good position after the Arverni. The Arverni, meanwhile, have sacrificed their skirmishers. So far, I'd say the Arverni are kind of in the lead. However, the Suebi are going to be able to really set themselves up here in a good position, while the Arverni are still struggling to form something here. Okay, so now they are going to be pushing back the Wodena's spears. Oh yeah, they're not just going to be pushing that, they're going to be annihilating them. but they're also taking some damage from those arrows. I mean, you know, if you get hit by an arrow when you're naked, you're not feeling good, especially when it's a flaming arrow. So they're gonna go throw their spears to answer them. Oh, that guy stood there for a while, taking it. And they're gonna come up and flash him. Well, that's a good attack there. Oh, and now everybody's going in on it. There's just no more strategy. Everybody just run in there, and it's going to be ability versus ability. Which Arverni had. They had a lot of veterancy on their guys. However, the Suebi men are just in general better soldiers. So, especially because they're armored. I mean, you've got naked warriors in there. So the Arverni are throwing in some cavalry. However, they're behind some of their own troops, so that's going to destroy some of the impetus. And it seems like they have, basically everybody's just going, everybody get in there. Oh, including the dogs. Here go the dogs. They're just kind of going after whatever's out there. They don't really have any specific target. Just go and charge something. Like, do I attack you? Do I attack you? I want to attack you. Oh, I love you. Oh, yes. Now I'm gonna go attack you. Oh, and now, will you own me? Will you be my friend? You be my friend. Oh, yeah, no, you're dead now. Okay, you be my friend. Oh, and while we were following the dogs, it seems that the Suebi have lost a lot of units here. And the Arverni cavalry are following them up to... oh, well, yeah, that was that light cavalry that kind of disappeared for a little bit after doing their rear attack, and now we're basically taking people who are just about exhausted and causing them to run to, yeah, finish them off and run off the table. Now, that clump there is a little bit too much for them. Meanwhile, the main attack is happening up here. I'm not really sure who's in the lead. It's just a mass of bodies. And I mean that quite literally. This is what the battle looks like, essentially.
Understood.
And the Suebi are throwing in their last reserves, which is sort of that clump that had been distracted by the dogs and such.
Warriors never surrender. To me.
And the Arverni men seem to be having enough and retreating from there. Do they have anything left? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they just have one unit left, and the cavalry, I don't see where they ran off to. They must have gotten destroyed or eventually caused to run away. And that's it. That'll do it. The Suebi win. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, and happy gaming, everybody.